Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream, welcome back to Asphalt 9. We're back to a, I guess, kind of a normal situation, but regardless, hope you guys are all having a good week and weekend. We got our beautiful F8 Tributo to greet us. As usual, we got our free pack and our Legend Star that's as boring as usual. And, you know, more trade coins. Yeah, you love to see it. But it looks like we're starting the day off with tokens, so it's always nice to see to make our money back from last time. Again, just taking a beautiful look at that F8. Oh, gorgeous. I'm falling in love with that car. I knew it would grow on me. But, yeah, we've actually got a kind of dull weekend in Asphalt 9, which, honestly, are you really surprised? So first, let's give a Grand Prix update. So we're in round 5, and 2 stars was the right call for me because my division did not really upgrade all the way. And for those who did upgrade, it's been a pretty easy road. So I'm in P2, and actually I'm probably doing the best job I can because first place is the guy who's in 3 stars. And look, I've even been able to beat him a couple times. I beat him in the last round 2 stars. Like, okay, I'm in control of this Grand Prix pretty much. So with this car pretty much, like, what's 10th, 48? Pretty much guaranteed, honestly. With this car set, unlocked, at this point I'm just going for the decal, really. And maybe 15 points, it's possible to steal first place. Maybe. That's going to be a reach, though, because he has a maxed car, so. And I dropped the ball in round 3. I probably could have beaten him in round 3, but I messed up and actually lost the place. So, oh well. But officially second, third, first, pretty good. And since we're in tier 1, that will net us the car, 2 import parts, the decal, and a crisp 800 tokens. So I love to see that. And also haven't been able to really get much work on the F40 because they aren't giving any blueprints in the car hunt pack. I'm at 15 out of 35. We need 20. This will put us at 18. Probably be 16 by the end. Maybe 15 if we're lucky. And then I don't think I'm going to be able to get a free 3 stars for the 599 either. That's mini Grand Prix update. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of boring. F8 Tributo event. The final stage is open. And I could actually work on this because my time is not great. I don't think 1% is probably reachable. But staying in 25% is certainly a goal. And this is with 1 star, but no upgrades, actually. Is PRM in my group? No, it's actually RPM freeze. If you were seeing that RPM, I'll show you. Looks like nobody played the rat race, but I'll show you. It's RPM freeze. And our division is some recognized players. Some surprising faces, that's for sure. We do have our extra field benefit, yes. I forgot I have a legend pass. You know what surprised me was this guy? An elite team, the official elite team, got a 4-star car. And I don't know if he's intentionally sandbagging, but he's getting a 107.3. He has the best car. But figured I'd point that out. But my boy Freeze, yes, is cruising with the 1 stars. And he's in P9. I think he has a good chance of getting the car. You know, he's been able to pull off some good results like in round 2. But I think he'll get the 2-star upgrade free in the last stages. So we got that to look forward to. In terms of events, do I think there'll be a Black Friday sale in Grad 4? Probably. Like I said, if the price drops to like $30 or $40, I'll buy it. You know what drops next week, though? The PS5, guys. I can't wait. I can't wait for that, honestly. So, anyway, we got Elite Class C. You know, kind of boring. My time's not great, but we could work on that. We have our Test Drive Cup, which I am allowed to drive now, so I could drive some of those Ferraris if you guys want to see that. Although I think everyone's driven a maxed Ferrari for all the cars, actually. We got weekly competition, credit heist as usual, a car hunt riot for the Shelby, and a car hunt for the GTR, which I actually am a fan of because I don't have all the import parts for it. We're just waiting on getting the 599 to do that cup. And then the Ferrari Experience for the 599. I have a terrible time in this cup, but that's because I was kind of using this fuel in Grand Prix. But yeah, I'm sure we'll get Black Friday sales. You're focused on Squidward dancing. Yeah, I decided to change up the sticker. You know, Patrick's had the spotlight for quite a while, so figured to give Squidward a spotlight. Happy Halloween. Yep, we were in our suit costume. Hope you guys liked that. In terms of MP, we got our Ferrari F8 Trubido. Free try. We'll be vibing with that. And then we got an Unbreakable series, which, wow. Acceleration cars are going to be happy about this. And I haven't played a single race for this, so we could put some of our energy into that. Stop talking about Black Friday. It's coming up, though. In a few weeks, but still. Let's do Grand Prix first. I don't think I'll do an official 10 because I haven't seen a single route. I heard the goal is hard, but I doubt it. Or was that for the last round? I don't remember. I usually do the F40 rounds first. So let's do that. Hopefully you guys had a safe Halloween. I went vibing. And I bought Rage Racer for PS1 at a classic game shop. That's what I did for Halloween. I had my spooky dinner at Panera Bread. I went to Best Buy. I didn't buy anything there because everything there is overpriced. And then I didn't buy anything. I went to Target, and that was also nothing. But then I bought Rage Racer from a classic game shop for the PS1 because I don't have that one. But it doesn't have a case, it's just the disc. Which just sucks because I'm a collector and disc only, not the way to go. Why aren't you wearing costume? Because it's November 7th. There's no reason to wear a costume. I don't think November has a costume associated with it. What's this race? Okay. I am a fan of this track because usually I can pull stuff off. The car pulls did end, yes. The winner was the Hennessy Venom GT Spider, which I looked back at that car because I saw a post from Hennessy on Instagram. That car is beautiful. I forgot about it. They should bring it back to Asphalt for sure. Grand Prix pack number 1, we got nothing. You love to see it. I think Game Off should add the Sesto Elemento. Of course they should. That is one of the best Lamborghinis ever made. Honestly, that doesn't get enough attention. I don't think we've seen the Sesto added much in recent games. Just the same, because the Sesto's awesome. I think Hypersuit 2010 came out yesterday. Yes, in 2020. And I believe that has the Sesto Elemento. Because that I think was the DLC car. If not, it is definitely in the game. But I haven't picked that one up. If there's like no good games in the PS5, maybe I'll buy it for backwards compatibility, but I'd rather just get like Crash 4 or something else that I haven't played. Even Bug Snacks is gonna be free this month. We have Bug Snacks, guys. We're set. So I still haven't gotten used to the controls yet for today. Not paying attention to reading chat. Why am I streaming late? Probably because daylight savings kicked in on Sunday, so we fell back an hour. So it would normally be 10:30 a.m. Well, that's interesting. Alrighty then. We got ourselves an import part. Awesome. I can't really use it though. I would have preferred a blueprint, honestly, but hey, it's something. Can I do Among Us stream in the future? You know, if we ran out of content today, I'll switch to Among Us. I'll tell you that. It might happen, but we didn't do much MP. I don't know how far they progressed, but certainly I'm considering Among Us. But we'll see how that goes. I have a lot of busy work to do, so I don't think I'll put the stream too far late. Alright, let's see. You could certainly get airtime there with the 599, I'm sure. Just need a hide barrel. I don't even know why I'm pushing for time in the F40 because it's not really needed. I'm using what mic? I've had this since I was 15. A CAD, so CAD U37. It is an old boy. I don't know if they still sell it. Alright, last pack. And we get nothing. No blueprints. Epic import part I can't use. Should Game Off add the 675 LT. That's another car I think should return. You know, Asphalt 8, when looking back, had a really awesome car list. But that's because they had like 270, almost 300 cars. So, or maybe they do have over 300 cars now. I've lost count. I know I have 230, but yeah. Will I get the Xbox Series X or S? Oh, I didn't do any shockwaves. Oops. I am not planning on getting the Xbox at all. Because I ordered a PS5. Like, okay, here's my stance on the Xbox. If they're releasing every game they have on PC, then why buy the console? Because I already have my PC. I already have a way to play those games, should they release exclusively, like Forza and Halo. And, you know, as anti-consumer as this may sound, PlayStation is not that supportive of releasing on PC right away. Or I should say specifically Windows. And the reason Microsoft does it is because they own Windows. But Sony doesn't. They'd have to release it on Steam. So, I bought the PS5. Also, I'm a PlayStation fanboy. Full disclosure. Like, they have to do a lot to disappoint me. Like, I bought a Vita back in the day. And I even thought the Vita was a good system, it just didn't have enough support. So, we get our F40 blueprints, but nothing from the car hunt pack. Do need to grind the shockwaves though, because I didn't notice that. $292 cars in Asphalt 8. Yeah, that's a lot. It will hit 300 sooner or later. Forza is also on PC. When we did our streak for Forza Horizon 4, that was on PC. But, yeah. I don't see the point of dropping $2.99, $4.99 on a console where I could play the same games on my PC. I do plan when I get my own place to eventually upgrade and build my own PC. I was initially planning on doing it this year, but since I didn't have many of my friends over, this was going to be like a mini event my friends and I would have. We'd build a PC, and then also nobody could get the 3000 series GPUs. That was the other thing, as they became really rare. So I figured there was no point in trying to secure one if I didn't have a concrete plan to build a PC in the first place. Here's the other thing with, okay, my honest opinion on the Xbox Series consoles. So the Series X is the more powerful one, right? You need like a 4K display in order to get the real difference. But they're releasing the same games on the Xbox One X, which also does 4K. And if you have an Xbox One S, which I don't, but like, if you don't have a 4K display, even 1440, if you just have a 1080p TV, everyone has one. What's the incentive of getting the new console? And I'm sure they'll eventually release stuff only for the Series consoles. But, you know, with the discs only being on the Series X, I don't know if that's going to be the thing. At least the PlayStation 5, the discless and disc variants have the exact same graphics specs. The Xbox Series X or the One X? See, the naming is also weird, but that's its own thing. I crashed, by the way, so oops. Let's see if that made any goals. The thoughts on the Xbox fridge. Okay, the physical fridge is awesome. I think that's really cool. And I think I answered that giveaway. Now I'll definitely do it, but I'm pretty sure I answered that giveaway. I would totally want that fridge. I just don't have anywhere to put it in this tiny dorm room. We're using our Xbox One S controller. I just bought that standalone. But, you know, I just feel like PlayStation is the way to go for next gen. And yeah, you can make the argument that Game Pass is a good value, but you're talking to me, a person who likes to own their games. I go to a classic game store to pick up Rage Racer and not intend on, like, you know, fully beating it, but just having it because it's like one of the only Ridge Racer games I don't have.
Sometimes you just gotta lick the stamp and send it.
Thanks for subbing. The Dodge Tomahawk bike. You know, I'm still never a fan of the bikes. Oh, we did all the car hunt packs and got no F40 blueprints. You'd love to see it. Let's just finish off with the F40. Just do our shockwaves. And then we get on to other stuff. George Russell didn't get a point. Yeah, that was sad. He did a Grosjean. Hey, you have Google to help you. You can search that through Google. You don't have to go through me to ask that question. You'll find lots of information online. The PlayStation console is bigger than the Xbox. I know, it's weird. I haven't seen it in person. I'm trying to avoid all the media about it because I kind of want to experience it for myself. You know, something I haven't liked about like the last few weeks, not just everyone getting their system early, that's just influencer stuff, but everyone just showing it off in full like a week before the console releases. Like, come on. You know what my plan is when my PS5 arrives? We're gonna stream it, and we're gonna unbox it together, and just kind of experience it together. You know, if the console's a big boy, I'll find that out live. We'll plug it in for the first time, hook it up, set up our account, put in a game. I ordered Spider-Man. It's gonna be a good time. I am sure you guys would like to see that. Honestly. When my PS5 arrives, we'll stream it. The setup and the unboxing. Putting it in and all that. And you know, yeah, it kills the hype, but you guys are my subscribers, so I'm sure you guys would like to see it. I just don't like how they're kind of spoiling all the fun, like, weeks early. You know, as someone who already bought the console, already paid in full for it, like, I want to experience it for myself. Part of getting a console when it launches is experiencing it for the first time. If you have to experience it from an unbox therapy video, no offense, but, you know, that's just not the way to go. Alright, we got our 599 blueprints. I did go for the Wi-Fi router, that's right. So yeah, we did our grinding for Grand Prix. Hey, do top 5 at Asphalt 9? Nah. Can I paint the side? I was thinking they were going to release like custom plates. If not, there would definitely be third-party ones. I wouldn't want to paint over the white one because I do like to keep them kind of original. I have not played Gauntlet yet in Asphalt 8, so I've never experienced it. Let's do the 599s race, 1 star or one ticket, easy peasy. How was my Imola GP? Well, obviously I didn't go there to Italy, but I woke up like halfway through the race because it started at 6 a.m. and I just didn't want to do that. See, I woke up like around lap 30-ish, and you know how my experience was? Usually when I turn in on a race, when I tune in, which rarely happens because I usually watch the start, but when I'm just tuning in, I immediately look at the standings to see where Seb is. I know that's much of a simp I'm for Seb, but I really was trying to find out where he was. And I was like, wait, why is he in the back? I thought, did he retire? No, he didn't retire. You know where he was at the time? 4th. And I'm like, what? How did that happen? So then I was like instantly engaged in the race. And then his 13-second pit stop happened, and I almost like, I turned off my my phone. I just turned it off and sat there for about like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm like, if I really want to rewatch this, do I want to just like tune back in? Should I just go back to bed? I eventually turned the race back on, watch the end, but it really be a Seb fan moment when you're watching your boy do wonders and then just get screwed over by a pit stop. So that was my Imola GP experience. Wow, so we had a pretty bad time because we were in like position 300 something. I'm pretty sure this is free try. Car went right for the Shelby? I guess we could do that. I love both the Hennessy's, but I don't know. I thought the Venom GT was better looking, honestly. Oh, thanks AI for totally blocking me on that ramp. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have spun this one. Maybe I should have saved for Shockwave, but let's see. Okay, wait, I don't get it. Was drift the first turn? Why am I in 300 position? Is like timing that close? Huh. I guess it is. 155. Interesting. I mean, I guess this car's pretty straightforward to drive. But that's weird. My least favorite Grand Prix was the tech rolls. Or maybe the Bentley, because that car was terrible to drive. Alright, someone wants to see a run with the Shelby. You thought the edge of the seat was the Mercedes in the closing laps? I thought Daniel Kvyat was the one to watch. I was sure he was going to get a podium. Because, like, he passed Albon, he passed Perez, he passed Charles. And he was closing on Ricardo, but then I think Ricardo warmed up his tires and got in the groove. And from there on, the Renault was just too fast. Perez also had his podium robbed, but that was from Racing Point, which, you know what? They're getting ready for Seb to let him down, the pit crew. But Albon Bandit, he's getting the Seb treatment right now, as everyone wants him fired and saying he's spinning. Honestly, it's just sad, because that was probably his ticket out of F1. I'm surprised he hasn't been fired already. Ooh, perfect run. Almost good. Ooh, nice. Good timing. I don't think you can cut on the inside, so I'm going to take the normal route. Oof, we didn't crash, but we hit the thing. Easy peasy. 49. Yeah, we're playing with the Xbox One S controller. Hamilton did a shoey. That was so weird. You know what's the thing is confusing? Everyone's like, Albon has done with his F1 career, but look what happened to Gasly. I think everyone wanted Gasly, gone from F1 when he got fired from Red Bull. And then, look, he won a race and got another podium. And he's doing great. He qualified 4th. He probably would have gotten the podium if he didn't retire. But, you need the right team. I feel like the Red Bull second seat, I think they messed up by, not satisfying Ricciardo. They underestimated how good Ricciardo really was. And, there's two things to consider. Max Verstappen is arguably the best driver on the grid. And it's really hard to match him. And number two, Daniel Ricciardo was much better than Red Bull thought. So, you put 2 and 2 together. Of course, you put a midfield driver, especially 2 rookies in those seats. Albon was like only 10 races into his F1 career when he started out in Red Bull. Alright, so we're going to start with MP. So someone asked on Discord to count down, so I'll do that. But, Ricciardo's going to go to McLaren. And I think he might win a race next year, Ricciardo, in the McLaren. I feel like the drought ends next year. But, Ferrari's doing Ferrari things. I don't think they'll necessarily be back to winning. I think Ferrari will be upper midfield next year. So they might fight for 3rd in the championship, but they won't be back to the competitor until at least 22, 23. Maybe. Depends how Sainz does in that Ferrari. But Sainz hasn't set the world ablaze besides Monza and Portugal. Monza and Portugal were the only 2 races where Carlos Sainz did amazing things. But he's just kind of been in the background. Kind of like he was in 2019, but in 2019 he was doing amazing things in his McLaren. So, here we're driving our maxed F8. See how good it really is, which... It's a pretty solid car, honestly. It's better than the Tech Rolls, but not as good as the Valhalla. Yeah, they confirmed a race in Saudi Arabia, which I don't mean to get any political, but you know, if you read Twitter, Instagram, or Reddit, it is a very unpopular decision. And I kind of agree with the community on that, but I'm sure probably don't want to go into that on an Asphalt stream, so you know, it's gonna happen. It will make money. And they'll probably, you know, get rid of a classic track in favor of another Tilkdrome. But that is what it is. I have all the cars. No, I'm missing the tech rules, and then every Legend Pass car except... Well, yeah, I don't have the info, so I'm missing all the Legend Pass cars, the tech rolls, the Speedtail, and the Bentley GT3. So I've lost 2 Grand Prix at this point. And I decided not to buy the Speedtail. Who's my favorite driver except Seb? Ricardo or Kimi? Ricardo or Kimi? Because those were the other 2 guys I liked when I started watching, and I still like them now. Kimi is a legend. And Ricardo, who doesn't like him? So I'd say Ricardo. I also really like Lando, Perez. I think Charles is cool, but he could be kind of bitchy. Like, that's how he was in late 2019, but he's definitely gotten better. And I think his live streams were hilarious. But I think Lando is a better streamer than him. Yeah, Lando, Charles, Perez. Oof. Who else? Yeah, those guys. I also like Sainz. Hulkenberg, obviously. But he's not part of the permanent grid. Oof, gonna pass. There we go. 007. Huh? Crappy pun. I never said the F8 was trash. It's just not as good as the Valhalla. George Russell, yes, George Russell's great. I listened to his podcast a while ago, and he was really good. He just can't score, you know? Trillo, what's up? Your favorite's Taki, I know. What I mean. What a legend. Did you ever see his Twitter account? He, like, roasts himself. Yeah, VJ events going on for Switch. I haven't played Asphalt 9 Switch in forever. RPM Ryan, or Rayan, however you spell, however you pronounce that. Oh no, Freddy FNAF disconnected. We're dead. I'm surprised that game is still in existence and still somehow kind of relevant. Then again, so is a lot of things. Why am I still playing Asphalt? So. The most useless cars in Asphalt 9? The Speedtail. Like, definitely the low and mid-tier cars. Like the 911 GT1, beautiful car, unusable. Because the blueprints are almost impossible to attain. The Challenger at least you get for free when you start out. Don't worry, I don't have COVID. I did get an email saying that I was in a room that someone who tested positive was in, so that was lovely, but I hadn't been in that room since October 26th, so it's been 12, 13 days. And I think I'm in the clear. You know, we're busy as always. Schoolwork is... I don't know if you can see how many post-its, but those are all my homework assignments. I got 5, all for the weekend. And they're not short. And there's some of our exams. I have 2 exams next week, technically 3. And then I have my actuarial test I'm still studying for. That's in like 3 weeks. And then I got, yeah. We go home in 2 weeks at the latest. But if my PS5 drops on launch day, like if it shows up at my door on launch day, I'll go home to play it. I'm not much of a simp for PS5. I didn't mean to spin, but it did the trick. Oh. How did that... Okay, there must be connection stuff. Let's see if I can catch first. I messed that up. Rain time to snipe. Was that a terrible attempt to type what I think you're typing? Why am I still wearing the Halloween mask? Oof! Because every day is a spooky day. I love hot dogs. Okay, honestly, I haven't had a glizzy in like 3 months. A proper Chicago glizzy. Or really any for that matter. Okay, where I'm at in Peoria, the only place you can get a good glizzy is Portillo's. Portillo's is the only place that has Chicago hot dogs, and there's one, and they're expensive. You know, back in Chicago, there's like a good hot dog on like every corner. He's had so many choices, but I haven't had a proper glizzy in months. Maybe actually longer than that. I don't remember the last time I went to get a Chicago dog. Like maybe July or June. But it's been a while. But I can't eat any of that Oscar Mayer garbage. I've been too well versed with the Chicago glizzy. Favorite rapper? Oh boy, this is gonna be. I don't want to say controversial, but Eminem. I like his music. I think the Marshall Mathers LP and LP2 are like really good albums. And the Eminem Show. And this was it like the Slim Shady EP. Like, he has a lot of good albums, so. Revival. Or not Revival, Recovery. I've actually never listened to Revival. Recovery was a good one. And then I liked Kamikaze. And then the new one. music to be murdered by. I liked that stuff. I don't actively listen to a lot of rap, so I'm more of a like I like punk rock, grunge, some classic stuff, indie slash alt. Like, fun fact, if you look up my YouTube name on Spotify, you'll find my Spotify account and you'll see people I listen to. If Hot Pursuit is out. Yeah, I thought it came out yesterday. SSC fake news. So, yeah, SSC claims their run is still real, but the video was wrong. Which, you know, we'll see how that goes. They should do a rerun, though. And then Koenigsegg, Hennessy, we're throwing shade, I know. Especially Hennessy. I thought it was all funny. It's a shame. Like, I hope the record is real, but if it isn't, that's like... It's a shame that this project's been going on for years. Oh my god, we survived that. If it was all a sham, that'd be really stupid for them to spend 9 years on this all to fake it. It would certainly put a bad name on the American muscle car. How many tokens would I be willing to spend on Drive Syndicate? 0? Okay, like, I don't remember if I spent any tokens on the Rimac event. Like, maybe I spent 1,000 or so, but not much. It was pretty cheap, actually. The Jesco drained it. I think I dropped like 7,000 or 8,000 and didn't win the car at the time. I have it now, but yeah. 9FF through Shade, yeah, all the big boys. Do you think GL will release a Rimac Grand Prix? It's possible. Okay, so if you read the dev chat, in the next update, they're going to be trialing a exclusive event only for Legend Pass owners with the re-release cars from previous updates. Like, why? Imagine a Grand Prix with only pay-to-win players. Yeah, 5,000 on relay packs was all you needed. Look at all these people grinding Shockwave, and then I get clubbed by a traffic car. Oh, I made it. I was going to try and spin it, but it would mean that one of us would die. Okay. Let's go. Oh, I tried to spin that, but I couldn't. I can get airtime there. Travis Scott Batman. So the Twatar is gear ratio to go 294 at 6th gear, but then goes 331 in the same gear. Yeah, I watched the Shmee video on that. The myth, the conspiracy theory. That was shady. I don't know why Bush was like my nose has mega allergies or something. It's weird. Let's go. Good race, Rapid Force. You know what's something else? I don't mean to criticize the community and much, but there was a question where it was like, from the dev chat today, Would you like the multiplayer rewards to be changed so that you didn't get league rewards and instead they moved the packs to the score rewards? And they overwhelmingly responded with yes. Because they mentioned the word rush. Do you know how long it takes to grind 30,000 points in MP? Do you know how hard it is to win when you reach a certain level? You can only use the Chiron and the Jesco to win races and get like those crucial 300 points. And that's only if you're in a high player lobby. If you're in like a 3 or 4 person lobby, which is often in Legend League, like it's gonna take a long time because you don't get as many points. And there's no way you can grind that many points in gold or platinum league. No way. It would take so long to get to that many. And if they're gonna do it in the same style where you only get a pack, imagine you grind all the way to 30,000 and then just get an SLR blueprint. I have the car maxed out, so there's a chance I could waste hundreds of races just to get trade coins. That just seems really stupidly no-life grindy. I would have preferred if they just released a classic MP and a rush MP at the same time. Please everybody. They have no problem dropping three MP seasons at the same time. So why not just do that then? Give them 2. How did I blow that? I just blew the lead to Seb style in a Ferrari. Guys, I just pulled a Seb. I just blew the lead in a Ferrari. Running wide and a left-hand corner, like Germany, 2018. Whoa. But yeah, casual players who grind Rush, I honestly don't get it. I don't get the appeal of playing Rush. Like, you need to do thousands of races. You know how long that is? Nobody has time to grind for 2 hours or more every day. That's the thing. At least with Classic MP, you can get to Legend League pretty quickly if you have the skills. And I like that. That was how I was able to max my Fenner. And that's how I'm able to max my my SLR. I'm closing in the ZR1. I have 4 stars on my Zenvo. You know, it's like, it's pretty good, honestly, the circumstances. But they're gonna take that away for Rush. Then there's no appeal playing MP. There's literally no appeal. It would turn into the same case it is for these freaking trial seasons we're playing right now. You know, we only grind this to play with the car a bit, and then you'll get an import part at the very end if you grind to 1,000, but that takes a long time. And just with the way the rating is set up, like, it's very cutthroat. You know, it's hard to win races after a certain point. And the whole point of Rush was that you can get a ton of points. No! I'm throwing away everything. I am like 7-20-20, honestly, with this Ferrari. We were straight vibing, and now I can barely get 5th place. I don't think Seb's even finished a race in 5th this year. Oof. But see, I get punished for making mistakes like that, you know, which is fair. But in the time we've been grinding these Ferrari races, you've seen I've only gotten 144 points. You need 30,000 to get big rewards in the classic. Okay, but hear me out. In a racing game, don't you want to win the race? Like, okay, the fundamental thing is this is a racing game. Why do you race at all? You try it, like, even if you don't have the best car, you want to get the most out of it. If it's gonna take 2,000 races for you to get 7 blueprints, or it would be 10, I guess, but just to get 10 blueprints for a car that you probably don't have, then is it really worth it? Because it's not, in my opinion. You know what you could do with 1,000 races, which would take, like, you know, let's say 3,000 or 4,000 minutes, which that's a lot of hours. I don't want to do the quick math on that. I'm sure if you're watching or any other math boys, what's 3,000 minutes to hours? Like, that's a lot of hours. Just to get blueprints. You could play any other game. You could get a job. You could just do whatever, but instead you're playing Asphalt 9, no lifing it, just for a couple of blueprints. Four hours isn't a lot. It's a lot if you have a life. I'm a full-time student. I'm looking for a full-time job. And also, I have a social life. I have friends. I have, you know, people. I have commitments. And also, I have my sanity. You know, when I was in high school, when I was playing Asphalt 8, yeah, I had nothing better to do. So that's why I got good at Asphalt 8. But nowadays, I can't play the same amount of Asphalt 9 as I did Asphalt 8. I like that kind of... It's set up in a way that you can have a life. There's no R&D or any of that. You know, I remember in Asphalt 8, sometimes if you were in an MPE, you would have to get up early and late. Or wake up, set alarms for an hour and a half when your fuel was full, so that you could play the races again. And keep up in the leaderboard and not fall behind. That's not healthy. Especially if you have a full-time job and you're trying to do other stuff in life. Rush is not for the skilled, but for the people with all the time in the world. If Rush was uncapped in points, like if you could gain more points but, you know, not lose many, like instead of a 36, you know, it was uncapped so you can get like 50 or 60 in a race, maybe it'd be a little bit better, but not by much. Yeah, I never like competed like hardcore for an MPE, but I know many of you guys from Asphalt 8, like, you guys grinded those MPEs, and that was hell, I imagine. Especially, like, I remember the 1-to-1, Koenigsegg 1-to-1, or the 9FF GT9. Or wait, no, the 1-to-1 I think was in an MPE. I don't even remember. The Vulcan, that was it. The frickin' Vulcan had an MPE. And I remember, I think Justin won it from that, and it was hell. Yeah, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, but being skilled doesn't matter if you have a job. Okay, think of Future Flash. Like, Future Flash, isn't he in the military? And he's still able to pull off, like, god-tier times. I know there's all that drama with the esports, but that's aside the point. The SLK, SC, I remember that, you know. At least with the cups, it was skill-based. Here's the thing, they gave us 2 routes. They gave us 2 routes to win the car. You could win it through events and skill, or you could win it through grinding. Why can't Asphalt do the same? Why can't Asphalt 9 do the same thing? If they... Oh boy. Ibuprofen, thank you very much for the $1. Appreciate it. We're going through our pizza budget. And PS5 games. But I only have Spider-Man at the moment. Looks like for the time being we'll be playing PS4 games on PS5. Probably not going to play Asphalt 8 today. But, you know. You could get to Legend League with low cars. I don't have a maxed Jesco. Or I guess you don't need the S-Class cars. All you need is the Huayra. You don't need the Valhalla or the Genti maxed out. The Huayra is completely free. They released it multiple times in Unleashed and in cheap packs with a cheap star up and cheap upgrades. I am fully free to play up to this Legend Pass, and I had the maxed Huayra. But thing is, if you don't have the best car, you're not going to be getting the points you need to get a high score. You only get the high points if you finish in like the top 2 or 3. You only need the Huracan and the Huayra. That's all you need. You might even be able to get by with, you know, the P1 and the Corvette. Which Corvette was fully free. You think 90% don't have the Huracan or the Huayra? Maybe of like the people who played 30 minutes of this game. But I think nobody who has a Garage Level 5 is grinding for Zenvo blueprints. They're gonna make it more pay to win. That's the thing. Do you really trust that this is gonna be a well-put system? Because I don't. I don't believe in it. To an extent, like, I could see Rush working if the rewards were really good. To an extent. But you get just a couple blueprints for cars that need a lot of blueprints to unlock and star up. You know what's the other thing? Rush MP, those seasons were a month long. It would take a month for you to get your rewards. With the old school MP, the seasons were like a week long, so you got your rewards quite often. So if you didn't do good in 1 week, no biggie, you have a shot in the next week. If you end up getting an SLR roll in a month-long Rush season, then you have to wait a whole nother month to get another chance, and you have to do the same amount of grindy races. It just doesn't work. Especially not with the fuel system. They're gonna kill this game. I hate to say that, but they're asking for permission from the community to kill this game. I did not get this beat seal. I think someone had asked earlier what was my favorite sneaker. Right now it's Adidas. I have 2 pairs of Adidas sneakers. And they're awesome. Oh, yeah, totally off topic, but you know, I just don't believe in Rush MP. It's not a good system. And I'm sick of people like, you know, trying to get rid of actual racing in favor of Rush. Because you know what? As much as people hate getting knocked down, you have to race these people. You know, you don't want the Alex Albon treatment. Did they race you too hard? Because that's what I feel like the community is asking. You know, no offense, but you know, if you think that you're getting raced too hard, then why are you playing the game at all? If you want a driving experience, play Assetto Corsa. It was like on sale for $3, the Ultimate Edition on Steam. Thanks. Thanks, Monkey Stab. Appreciate it. You love to see it. but you have to race these guys. That's the whole point. Why do we race at all? Asphalt AMP was better because the skill was higher. You were punished for making mistakes more often. You guys don't like Slipstream, but honestly, it's the only way you could win with bad cars. Trust me. If you know what you're doing, you could win Slipstream with bad cars. But you guys don't like it because you can't defend when you have, you know, a Apollo N with Shockwave coming in. Of course you're going to get knocked down if you don't know how to defend. And sometimes there are unwinnable situations because, you know, cars like the Corvette and the Huracan don't do well in Slipstream. But isn't that a good thing? Don't people overuse those cars? It allows people to take out some more unconventional cars with higher top speed. It allows worse cars to win the races. It gives them a shot. If you have proper nitro management and know how to defend, trust me, it's a good system. Ghost Slipstream with locked rank. Ghost Slipstream, I agree, isn't the best system because there's no contact. It's just stay behind somebody and then pass them at the end. When you actually have to defend, that's where you actually have to race people. When are we gonna get the Dodge Dart? Yeah, Greninja, we're using Xbox One S controller. That's okay, yeah. If your nitro runs out, you're dead. If you're using a bad drifting car, you're dead. But you have to know how to defend. You have to know how to hide your slipstream, because there's ways to do it. If you drift properly, you can hide your slipstream. If you know how to build a lead early on in the certain points of the track, it's definitely possible. But Rush is just glorified free run that you have to do 1,000 races up to get good rewards. And I say good in big air quotes there. Oh, good timing. It's like the best timing I've ever had for a shockwave. Ooh. Perfect run. I guess we won't get first here, but we did a good race. It was against rain. But defensive driving, it's how you actually race. Yeah, exactly, ibuprofen. Grinding takes way too much time. If it was like a 1-hour grind, you can't defend, you can't lead if you have an SCG versus Huracan. Why are you using the SCG? And if you are, why don't you drop back, pick up the slipstream early, and then pass then? There's strategies. It's impossible. I will prove it, okay? I'm sorry, newbie, but I'm very defensive against this. I will prove it the next time there's slipstream. I will prove that you could win in unviable cars. The next time we have a slipstream. Alright, I think we'll switch to Classic MP, or Unbreakable, I guess. Tried the 4GT, yeah, the 4GT, the CN. Like, I beat a bunch of Corvette GSs with the DB11. I have a video, Rain. I have a video from earlier this year where we beat a bunch of Corvettes with the DB11. It's possible. It is fully possible. I was butt-ass to my teammate Lewis. Probably. I remember a couple times I'd fall behind my teammates at LU. If that's what you're talking about. Noobs don't have the max cars that people from launch do. That is true. That's an economy problem with Asphalt 9. But that is not a racing problem. This game is not perfect. But it's not impossible. I think you have bigger problems if you're starting out than trying to do Rush MP. I'm talking like game-wise. Because you have to build a viable garage. I haven't played a Call of Duty, like, seriously since Black Ops 3. Alright, we lost rating with third, so I think that's good enough. I didn't even pay attention to our leaderboard position, where we're at. 44, oh yeah. Wow, first place already got 1608. Unbreakable. We probably, I don't know if how's the leaderboard looking right now? 1478. So people are just breaking in to gold. So I don't think I can use, yeah, I can't use that. Let's try the Furai. I'd feel like the Elise would be really powerful, but then you get like Himalayas. There you go. Well, to get to Legend League, that's a matchmaking problem. That's not a racing problem. This game has problems with the economy. It's matchmaking. It's netcode. And the multiplayer / reward system. Which I guess rewards is also part of the economy. But there's a lot wrong. I agree that it is unfair to get matched with Jescos in Platinum. That's because Jescos can go over 300 miles an hour, where even the Valhalla can only do 240. The Jesco will beat every single car in that class. I tried to read my text there for a second. But Nitro Management wins, okay? You know, back in Asphalt 8, I'm sure many of you subs remember, I did single tank a lot, and single tank really pushes Nitro Management. People who would spam extra tank on every single TLE, they'd fall apart on single tank. Because they were too reliant on using, you know, too much nitro early on. Single tank builds you to use less nitro and more efficiently. There are some instances, and some tracks and cars, where you do need the extra tank. But in many cases, and on certain tracks like Sector 8 and Venice, you don't need the extra tank at all. And especially Alex, RPM Alex, Ali Raza, myself, multiple people were able to get first place in a TLE single tank. It is very, very, very possible for certain cars and tracks. And that teaches you how to win races. I would argue that the Huracan makes things more balanced. We're in silver already. Nice. I would argue the Huracan makes things more balanced. Because, let's just use the F40 just to burn the fuel. Because since everyone has it, everyone has the same playing field. Noobs should have an easier time catching up. Well, that's an Academy problem. The progression, I agree, is way too slow to start out. I remember that when Asphalt 9 first came out. But the vote is done out of context. Did they call it? Guys, are we going to be the first time? Guys, this is the first time in my streaming history that a national election has been called during my live stream. I take full credit for that, boys. I'm sorry to make that political, but I'm sorry to just suddenly shift gears, but fun little thing. Fun little tidbit. Election was decided during my stream while I was ranting about MP. Fun fact. Back to Asphalt. Thanks, James, for letting me know that. Alright, guys, we made history. First stream where a US election was decided middle of the stream. That took way too long, but that's a whole nother story. Okay, but look at these cars right now. These are all Vipers, these are all easy cars. H2s, these are all easy boys. I'm just driving around in my F40 just to vibe. And because it's unbreakable, they can't take me down. But, you know, while the racing here is pretty vibing, the rewards are really, 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 really low. Like they're in Ortega one, okay? How many points did I get for that? 45. You need 30,000. Stefan, I don't know if you're being ironic or not, but that's even more out of context. Imagine an arcade racing game getting erupted by a US election. Yep, that's the world we live in. But you know what? Isn't that supposed to be decided on Tuesday and Wednesday? Why did it take this long? That's a whole nother issue, though. Who won? Biden. Biden. Because he won Pennsylvania. So that puts him at 284. Electoral votes. You can look it all up. I'm not a political expert, but alright. For all you guys on the outside, Donald Trump is not president anymore. Or he won't be in January. But we could all finally breathe and go back to semi-normal life. It was actually Pennsylvania that decided it, not Nevada. It was a close election, but Biden won pretty easily in popular vote, and, you know, he won the right states, so, you know, hopefully we're back to some normalcy. I think we all want a break from this 24/7 news that's been pretty common these last 4 years. I can't wait to finally be like, oh yeah, the president tweeted something about, oh, there's a hurricane going on, or, oh, he's doing a speech at UIC. You know, it's like, oh, he tweeted that, you know, we don't no longer have to focus on that stuff, which honestly is going to be kind of nice. You know, back in 2016, I was 16 years old, so I was kind of like, you know, just having fun with it for the memes, but as an actual voter now, I voted in my first presidential election, like, you gotta really consider what's at stake and the issues that are gonna be happening in the next few years. So, you know, with that in mind, it's been a mess, especially this year. But I'm not here to preach political stuff, but it's all over now. I can finally stop getting my social medias. They won't be bombed with, hey Lucas, make sure you're registered to vote. I registered to vote in like 2017 or 2018. Trump could run again in 4 years, like, if he's not in prison. Which he might be. I don't know what will happen with that. But you know what? That's not my problem right now. That shouldn't be our concerns, like, right now. Because obviously we have to actually make Biden president. It doesn't, like, go into official status. He doesn't get sworn into presidency until late January. So we still have 2 months of Trump. 2 months, that's it. After that, then, yeah, we'll have Biden as president. He might get locked up. If not, he'd probably run again, if he's not too old. Honestly, though, I think Biden's just going to be a one-term candidate. Not because he'll get voted out, but because he wouldn't run for a second term. We'll see. That's too early to call, but Biden's our president. Okay. Honestly, this was the most boring, like, election ever. It was stressful as hell, but it was so boring. We had, like, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was pretty much a stale, like, just nothing. Just come on, do something. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the streets today. I live in Peoria right now, which Peoria went blue this cycle, but there's a lot of mixed bag. You'll find a lot of houses with signs from both candidates, so I wonder how it will be today now that there's been officially a winner. Did I just kill your ears with something? I didn't mean to. Oh, you just got a news. What, did you have like an alarm or something? Yeah. I didn't want to talk politics, and I have that in my rules, but I'm breaking my own rules because, well, a US election was just decided during my stream, so, might as well. Rather than hear me complain about Rush, right? Gives y'all something to, I don't know, relax about. I can't believe I put relax and politics in the same sentence. Yeah. Now you can finally put an American flag in front of your house without looking like a white supremacist. That'll be nice. Oh, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. But you know what? Trump won't be president. That's the thing. It's really, like, messed up. The whole process. Yeah, exactly, Justin. I can now hang the U.S. flag out and, you know, be proud of it without looking like a, without looking like an idiot. You know, I can finally be like, oh, the State of the Union happened last night. Oh well. You know, not really care about it. I don't have to care about the president's Twitter, you know. There's not going to be just a bunch of toxicity. Or how about the Reddit threads? Oh my god, just the toxic. I think there's like big problems in general with just like toxic media. Everything's been so polarized the last few years. And there needs to be change for that, like, socially. I don't know what's the best approach for that, but it's not sustainable. Oh, uh-oh. Hit the traffic. I was trying to get a near miss, but I messed it up big time. It's a shame we had that lead secured. Biden for president. How about Kimi for president? I'd rather vote Kimi Räikkönen. Would you guys vote Kimi Räikkönen? I would. Kimi for president. I mean, he's over 35. Might not be a U.S. citizen, though. But who cares? We can lift that rule. Make an exception for Kimi. Trump will go back to hosting The Apprentice. I don't know. I don't think that show runs anymore, though. Just mention this. Be safe. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, I haven't looked outside my window since this result was declared, so I don't know if people are rioting in the streets or anything. I don't hear anything, and no alarm was set off in my building, so I don't think. I think my college campus is gonna be fine because college students in general are more liberal, so they wouldn't mind Biden. Going outside on the streets. Uh-oh. I don't know. I have no clue. Kanye West? Nah, Kimi for president. I would endorse Kimi for president. Real talk. But, you think it's not gonna happen? They're not gonna throw him in prison? I think he should be thrown in prison because there's a lot of corruption. There's the whole like immigration thing and Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Remember when Oprah was gonna run? All the celebrities. Certainly we need, you know what we need? We need younger politicians. Like, you know, I know a lot of people don't like AOC, you know who she is. But honestly, when she did that Twitch stream a few weeks ago, that very much surprised me. Because that means they want to talk to younger people. And you know what? I like that. We need more politicians that care for young people's interests, because we're the future. You know, you may discount me as some 20-year-old, but I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm a legal adult. I have the right to my, you know, regular life. And I feel like my voice should be heard. And so should all of you Americans. And just all of you in general, but you know, I know you guys are all international. Kimmy should have won 2003 and 2005. I totally agree. Eggman is president. Oh, Trump's Twitter. Are we gonna do this live? Let's do it. Did he concede? Or did he, Okay, so I hate to get all political. Oh boy, there's the meme replies, but just, I don't know if you guys could read all this or if there's a reflection. But he says, I won this election by a lot. And then right underneath, Twitter themselves put a little disclaimer that said, official sources may have not called this race when this was tweeted. And just for the record, this has 333,000 replies. I am not going to read them. And that was just over an hour and a half ago. Dr. Eggman or Bowser. Did we get to Gold League yet? We did. Okay. For fun. Calexian. Just for fun. He's gonna be whining like a baby forever. You know what's gonna really suck is that there's gonna be people who will believe this and then forever believe this election was rigged. That's gonna suck. But, yeah. Sore loser. You know what's funny? Reading his 2014 tweets, people will always bring him up because they've not aged well. They've aged like milk. Sal from Impractical Jokers is not tonight's biggest loser. Oh, I didn't steer. Alright. Blew the start. But, let's see. It's been a while. Can we make the podium in this car? Oh, lucky bounce. This car's steering is so weird. It's like heavy and then it just suddenly lightens up. And it messed that up. That was not because of the car, but that was because of my terrible driving. Politics on stream. Yeah, Firam, this is the only time this is gonna happen. And again, it's because this race was called during my stream. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Firam? A presidential race is decided during your stream. Of course everyone's gonna talk about it. And you know what? I don't mind. I think it's an interesting topic. For sure. So, you know, as long as we're civil in this discussion, I don't have a problem with it. Do you guys agree? As long as we're civil about it. Alright, we gotta bump it up. Let's switch to the 4GT. As long as we're civil about it, I think we can have a good enough discussion. But, you know. We'll see what happens. You know, I had thought initially that with a conspiracy, since we have a Republican-controlled Supreme Court, they might be able to pull something off, but I don't think it would happen. You think to use the Huracan? I probably should. I'm just trying to see if you can win with these cars. I know our argument was for Slipstream, but come on, you gotta try. I just slapped behind. Oh, that was close. I almost won that. I lost too much speed in the turns. But we beat a McLaren F1. Look at that. You voted for him? Good. I voted too for the first time. I voted in the midterm/governor election in 2018. But this was also my first presidential election that I voted in. And that felt really good to submit my vote. Wait, are you against masks? Okay, if you're against masks, then your opinions on Slipstream are irrelevant. I'm sorry. But that's... Like, okay, why are we still arguing about coronavirus in November? We're not even done with 2020. We still have a month and a half, guys. Am I gonna change the title? Not really. I didn't know what a good title was because this was going to be a kind of a weird stream. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, but if you don't think mess work, then I don't think you should be deciding how we play Asphalt multiplayer. But that's just my opinion. Go look it up. Yeah, you'll find lots of information. Lots of it, I guarantee it. Still, we all need protection. Honestly, you know what? To prove your point, they're not that bad. And I think this works. I'll wear the mask for the rest of the stream. Screw it. I know we're getting heated, but I'll wear the mask. It's no biggie. It really is not that big of a deal. I think you guys could still hear me, right? Yeah, what's your source? Onion? We've been under this since March. You know, if we're able to get this long, then we can go longer, honestly. It's honestly not that bad. You guys can hear me. I'm safe from... I have no guests in here, but, you know, I'm safe from myself. I could probably do this stream out in the middle of the quad on campus and be perfectly fine. Man, wasn't I just saying 5 minutes ago, like, as long as we're civil, this could work? And then, what does it come to? But we're still playing Asphalt. You know? Jeremy got a purple mask? That's nice. This is just like the basic, what is it, like 3-layer medical mask. I have a pack of these boys. And then I also have the crappy masks for my university, but I don't wear them. I wear these kind, because these just are safer. And also I like these better than cloth. Maybe because I'm used to them, but honestly the cloths, for me, are more uncomfortable. Yeah, masks are designed to protect others, not yourself. Gotcha. You know, we got these boys. We got a pack of these boys. If you guys want a free mask, come see me at Williams 332. But I don't think any of you guys will take me on that offer. You want to see me play Valorant? I've never played before. I agree, it's time for the human species to go extinct. There's no turning back. You think Biden is gonna have a bad influence on Europe? Like... wow, ironic. Say go, I'll do that next race. Bro. There's 236,000 Americans who died from Trump's coronavirus plan. That is more than any other country in the world. No knockdown. It's like CSGO and Overwatch had a baby. Okay, I've played both of those games, especially CSGO. What do you expect? Wear a mask? You know what really sucked is they turned coronavirus into a political issue. Why is COVID a political issue? And why isn't it just a human health issue? But I'm going too much to the tangent. But if you guys are going to stop watching me because I'm talking about basic human health, then I don't want you to. So, yeah. Anyone playing Among Us now? Let's see. I'm going to try again with the 599 races, I think, once it starts getting too difficult to win. Yeah. My grandma died from pneumonia this year. I never got to say goodbye to her because of COVID. I never got to see her since January. Since before this virus, like, really set in. The last time I saw her was in the ground in July. And that's because you guys, well, I don't want to say you specifically, but the public has turned this into a political issue. We have more cases than ever. And I don't know why you guys don't have, like, basic human decency. Yeah. I think you guys remember from July. But I hate to bring that up, but it's true. Thank you guys for the messages. I did type go on that one. Fear you got the popcorn? Yeah. I'll show you guys some more, like, happy stuff. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. We'll have some happy stuff. We'll end on a positive note. This was supposed to be a getaway, I know, and I've been talking about political stuff. See, this is why I normally don't have politics in chat, because it all just devolves to arguments. And it's really, like, it really just comes to a back and forth thing. Why are planes allowed? Because you can have travel. But the thing is, like, why do I argue? Why do I even argue? Seb for president, I can get behind that. Seb and Kimmy for president. I can totally get behind that. They want the V12 engines back. I'm fully behind that. You get a free V12 engine if you elect Seb for president. I'll show you guys some positive stuff after this race, though. Trust me. I agree. We talk about other stuff. Asphalt 8. We go right back to Asphalt 8. Alright. Positive stuff time. So, first thing was last weekend I purchased another model car, because of course I did, because, you know, I'm crazy. Oh, what? Can I get out of this? I didn't mean to do that. I think I accidentally doubled my credits or tripled my credits or something. I don't know. We got another model car, though. I'm gonna switch the camera real quick. We got a Ferrari. Specifically, a Ferrari Monza SP1. I had seen this a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, I don't need it. But then as soon as I got back, I'm like, I want that. So I got one. So I still have it in the box, so I'm going to bring it home and figure it's safer in the box. I got that. And then, you know, here's a positive thing. I do have, this is from my grandma's house. When we were clearing it out, I got this little fake cat from the 90s. It's older than me, but say hello to the kitty. We got our cat boy. And, yep. This was a nice memory that I do have with me, so. There we go. It's alright, back to gaming. But positive stuff. Positive stuff. Y'all need some positivity in your lives. Back to racing. I think this is the last Huracan race, and then we'll do some 5 to 9 stuff. I want to have my own cat when we move out. I was going to get a cat when I get my apartment. Or a house. Whatever I'm doing next year. We'll see where I move. It looks like a real cat, but it's, honestly, it's metal? Or, I don't even remember what it's made out of, but it's a hard shell. Painted. My grandma had it way, way, way back before I was even alive. I think my mom had told me they'd gotten it in like 1992. So, I have it with me at college. Please use the color glitch. I have no idea how that works. Uh-oh. Newbie, big mistake. Big mistake, noob. Wow, first time I could actually use that sentence, unironically. Alright. What are y'all talking about? Boy, I totally feel that right now. PR? Nah. Just a bit too late. What's with the mask? We got into a bit of a heated discussion a while ago, and it led to me deciding to wear this mask for the rest of the stream. I don't have any guests with me or anything, or I'm not in danger, or I don't have the virus, but I'm just wearing this to prove a point. It's more of a petty thing. I get 5 extra horsepower, exactly. So play this event like Asphalt, take corners super tight. Oof, messed up. Oh, I missed the shockwave. That was a pretty solid run. Okay, so cornering is much better. Subscribe so we can go up stonks. Exactly, Dr. Ninja. We should be debating on an Xbox or a good PC. You know? We should be debating about whether or not there's a human health crisis and we need to wear a mask. That's ridiculous. Oh, hit the wall. That's enough. You know, normally, like, you can argue free speech, but that's enough. Do we just want to talk about Asphalt or anything else? Because I want to. I'm sorry, I had to do that. I had to zuck the messages. I'm sorry, but like, you know, you cross the line when you're calling other people dumb and, like, come on. That broke, like, every rule in the book. Like, read the description and read every rule besides the politic rules. You're 4 blueprints away from 5 stars for the F40. PS5 or Xbox. I ordered a PS5. I'll tell you guys how it is, and we'll obviously do it on stream. You can call yourself dumb. Wear the extra mask. Alright guys, screw it. We're wearing the mask on top of a mask. We're gonna make my ears pretty hard, and then also, I don't know if you guys could hear me or if it just sounds muffled. I sound more muffled to myself, but let's see. This is a pretty good start. Ooh, a bit messy, but we got it. And we didn't hit the wall. Good. I didn't know if I could hook that full speed, but I could. But I don't get a shockwave here. Was the 106.4. Was that my best? You can hear me fine. Good. Is that my PB? Nope, I just missed it. Oh, I don't know what wrong there. My other run was good, but I messed up the end. Yeah, the top 10 car polls were decided yesterday. Had a Steve and GT1. We also had like 3 McLarens, double 16 and DS Servolt from Asphalt, 8, all of the newer double. What else was there? The SRT Tomahawk made it. The Pagani Zonda. Koenigsegg Gemara. How much can I lift dumbbells? 10 pounds? No, I haven't done a serious dumbbell workout since like 2 years ago. So now whenever I use it, I just use the 10 pounder because it's just easy. I know, I'm weak. But I'll admit to that. The most I've ever lifted was only like 100 pounds. I'm not very strong. I put all my strength into the thumbs. So we're driving this car not maxed up, we just drove it a bunch today. Ooh, lucky bounce. You got a new fan conditioner? That's lovely. Yeah, the car polls are done. That's the real fun vote, honestly. Dirt 5 is out without wheel support. You'll love to see it. Let's see. You know what I realized? This car doesn't have the import parts. I didn't see what time we made last time. But you know what? You guys want to do a quick game of Among Us? Honestly. Some people have mentioned it. Would you guys rather I switch to PC and just did a quick Among Us stream? Just like one game. One game. No Discord or anything like that. Just one game. Let's see. There we are. Oh. There we go. So I moved myself to this corner. And, we'll leave the camera here. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I think we're gonna be done with Asphalt for the day, and I'll just switch to Among Us, so... yeah, I'll put the code in chat. No voice call. We'll just be vibing, you know? So, let me just fire it up. Let me get it ready. Ooh, there's an update. Let's get that. It's only 4 megabytes. You love to see it. Let me just put my stuff away, grab my keyboard and mouse. Or not the keyboard, just the mouse. We're gonna use that. Hey, look, we can play now. Sweet. Let me just plug everything in. Hopefully we'll have audio fine. And yeah. Make sure we got audio. We do. Let's get it. First 10 to get in, get in. Simple as that. I know you guys will be watching, so you kind of know the result, but... what can you do? We're gonna be glizzy. We'll do the Skeld, the classic. 2 imposters. And we'll be on North American servers. See that? North America? So, let's do that. Alright, y'all see that code right there, but I'll put it in. We'll do that. We got 7. Alright, 3 more. Glizzy, what a name, I know, right? 10 out of 10, alright. Let's see. Brown guy. Let's see, games. We'll leave the ejects off. We'll turn on anonymous votes just to spice it up. Cooldown, let's do 20 seconds. No visuals. Do a taskbar update. And let's do that. Alright, so a couple people left. Come on, one more spot. One spot. You guys can get in. Alright, let's get it. Let's go! Hopefully you guys can hear me. Alright, guys. You're in the game, leave the stream, but let's see if I don't get killed first. Alright, what's up? It's an electrical. Didn't see anyone near. Yeah, I was with MTM. Yeah, I have a sus that was yellow because he never defended himself. We got one of them. It's a big fraud. We're playing Asphalt 9. Even though if you go for the last 2 hours, we've been playing Asphalt 9. And you guys wanted to see Among Us, so. Ooh, they got him! They actually got him! Nice work, boys. Nice work, boys. Good stuff, man. One more? One more. Let's see. Oof. We got it. We gotta hope Big Dick Energy got it. Done with tasks. Time to find a body. Wow. Yep. I got zucked. I gotta say, Big Dick Energy is good at convincing. He was waiting for me too. Come on, Green. You got this. No, Rain, you gotta vote Brown. Well, we got the wrong guy. He was good at convincing the first time. But let's see. He couldn't also come up with a convincing argument. I mean, look at that. 4, no skips. He was just waiting for me. Let's see, can I look at security or something? I can. Lights still need to be fixed. So who's the other guy? Stack? Stack? Yup, it's Rain. Here he goes. He's gonna make his way to report the body? Nope. Is he gonna call O2? I saw that, man. Yep, I saw. He got 2! He got 2! Oh man, it's come down to this. Come on, Rain. Are you gonna defend yourself? Come on, Dark. You got this. You got this. Who voted? Purple? Come on, Green. Dark, just vote him. Dark, just vote. Oof, and I was just gonna leave him hanging for 10 seconds. I think this is gonna be it. It's 11:45. It's gonna be it for me. You got him. Good job, boys. Nice one. Alright. Now, I'm gonna keep the levee open. Alright guys, hopefully y'all enjoyed that. So, hopefully you guys had fun with that. 'Cause I sure did. And as usual, thank you guys all for watching. Sorry if I went a bit too off the rails, but that's why I have a no politics rule normally. And hopefully, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. See you next week. Hopefully with the PS5. Bye-bye.